Okay, thank you for watching this short tutorial. I'm going to walk through your website and show you how it works, how it processes leads and so forth. This is your front page right here, and I'm also going to explain Post Office Pro, which is a back office lead distribution / autoresponder / lead capture program. This is about a $750 program, which this company is no longer in business, so I just go ahead and include a copy of it with my website templates and so forth. But it does a very good job. So let me just run through your site very quickly, and then we'll come back and kind of explain each screen, or I'll explain each screen as I'm going through it. This is where your prospect will initially go to. This is your .com site. This is the main page. When they come here, it says, welcome to our interview system. Please enter your information to continue. They're going to enter their information, click continue. It's going to take them over to the second page, letting them know they do not need a microphone, a webcam. There's nothing to download. All they need is a pair of speakers just to listen to the presentation. Obviously, they watch it on their computer monitor. So when they're ready to go, they click here to begin, and here's where the video would normally play. I just put an image of a video here because everybody has different options and different videos they prefer to promote. So I'm just using a generic image here. Based upon which video and the length and the format that we have it here, a lot of times when the video is done, it'll automatically take them to the next page. If based upon the length of your video, and there's some certain configuration options, if we cannot have it where auto takes them to the next page, then they're just instructed to click here. So some of you might have that link there, some of you won't. So when you click on that, it tells them you're almost done. Take 27 seconds to fill out this final form. Again, we want their email, first name, last name. We want their state, what's their interest level, and we can change these options based upon your product, your services. What do they like best? They can just type out whatever they like here. When are you looking to start? You're looking for full-time or part-time. Best telephone number to reach you at, the second best telephone number, and also the best time to call. And when they fill out this form, here and hit finish, it just simply takes them to the next page. Congratulations, you successfully completed the online orientation. One of our associates will be in contact with you. So if I go back to the front page, when somebody fills out this form right here in Post Office Pro, as you can tell, there's no leads or anything in here right now. But if I hit refresh, here's the first one, which is leads. And if I come in here and I hit search, here's all the different fields, and you can tell those fields match up with these fields here. Obviously, we capture their IP address and their date as well. But if I come down here, it has my email, first name, last name, my state. I didn't put a best time to call, so it didn't capture that. It has my cell phone numbers, has the date, has my IP address, and everything. You can click here and actually delete that. And when I go back to the main page by hitting admin home, you can see it's not there. So when it refers to leads, that is actually the very first page. So it's not necessarily a hot lead or a warm lead. It's just somebody who's kind of checking out your company and so forth. If I go to the next page, after the video, when they fill out this long form here, this is what I call complete. This is for the people who've actually completed watching the video presentation about you and your company. Again, hit search, and this will pull up everyone. Action, JR, absolutely seen opportunity. I loved everything. I didn't fill out a couple of different forms, so again, it doesn't capture that. Date stamps it and puts an IP address in there. And I'm going to go and delete this out of there. And so you'll see here there's actually no leads in there at all. So again, this is very simple, very straightforward. We have it set up like a virtual hotel presentation. When somebody shows up, they sign in. After they sign in, the person who goes up on stage tells you what you can expect. Please turn your cell phone off and so forth. We let them know what they need and what they don't need. They click here to continue. They watch a video presentation. Afterwards, we ask them for their information again and what they like best. Where do they see themselves? A, B, or C? And again, we can modify these based upon your needs there. And last but not least, takes them over to this page where it says, you have successfully completed the orientation. presentation. Now, if you would like to have additional links at the end here, maybe direct links to your site or whatnot, just go ahead and email me those links and the wording that you want to use for those links, and we can add those in. There's no charge for that. It only takes a second. We only ask that just a couple of 2, 3, maybe 4 links, and we don't change them or modify them in the future. So again, going to the back office, here's leads. The autoresponders, you can search and edit your users through here. We'll go back. Add users, you should never have to do this. If you want to add a user, you just go back to the main page, and you can just add somebody right through there. You can export them if you want to. You can load backups, clean databases. There's really no reason you ever need to use any of these options right through here. Normally, I'm only using the search and edit because I'm looking for a particular somebody. You can mail everybody. So if you have 1,000 leads in there, you can actually hit mail, and it'll automatically mail whatever message you put in there to all of those people. The little screen will come up here. You put in your from name, your email, the subject, and your message, and you can actually either make it an HTML email or just a regular text mail, and you can copy these fields in there. So if I copy this field like that, it'll actually look at the database and it'll put their email in there. Very good when you're using names and states and and all that kind of stuff. Very, very effective. So if you come back, now let's look at autoresponders. There's 3 autoresponders which are connected to every single database. The first one is add user autoresponder. Now we don't have anything set up here right now, but you could actually come in here and put an autoresponder in saying, thank you very much for registering at, and then put your website in there. You should have watched the complete video, and so on and so forth. You got to keep in mind what limitations your host puts on you as far as how many emails per hour, per minute they will allow you to send. Because again, if you have them registering and it auto replies back to them, well, that's 1. If you get a confirmation email, that's 2. So again, it can really start to take away from your hourly limits or whatnot. Remove autoresponder. I never use that. This is the one that I like right here that you need to have. Notify admin autoresponder. Now you will be the administrator. Your email will be on file as the administrator. You don't have to modify this from or to, except if you want to. You can come and put your name or your website, or you can change it all the time. When you get this email in your inbox, it'll actually say web page registration. You will know somebody went to your website and they actually registered. And this is the email you get. The following person is registered at, I have my domain there. They have not watched the video yet, so they are not a hot or warm lead. I suggest if you do not see their hot or warm lead come through your email within 30 to 60 minutes to call them and ask them why they did not watch your video. And again, 30 to 60 minutes based upon the video you're using and the length of that video. It's definitely well worth the market research to call somebody and say, hey, why didn't you finish it? And they'll give you feedback, and that's fine. Not all of it's going to be positive, but again, I enjoy getting the feedback as well. It's going to come in here in your email, and it's going to list their email, first and last name, their state, best time to call, their 2 telephone numbers, plus it's going to date stamp and IP stamp this email so you have it. And these are great to get because your hard work is paying off. People are going to your site and they're registering to go in and see your presentation. So again, that's under autoresponders. Here's another set of autoresponders. Again, all this information here correlates with the complete database, all this with leads and so on and so forth. So the complete, and again, this is after people have actually went through and they've completed your presentation. At least we hope they have. Some people will just get busy, walk away from the computer, come back, fill out the form because it's there. They didn't know, they didn't watch the whole video. And I recommend when you call somebody, ask them within the first 10 or 15 seconds, did you have an opportunity to watch the entire presentation? If they say no, let them know you're busy. You got another call to be on. Give them your website again and say, listen, that's really step 1. It'll take me 2 hours to go over what that video will do in 15 minutes. And let them know that's part of the system. If they're not willing to follow the system, well, you're not going to be able to recruit them anyways. Just go on to the next person. But if you look at these autoresponders here, You could definitely write an email in here. This is what's going to go to that person after they fill out this form. So it's wise to put something in there thanking them for watching the video presentation, putting your name, your phone number, and letting them know if they do not hear from you within X amount of time or whatever, for them to please pick up the phone and call you. Just in case your email has a blurb or something and you don't get the email, you want to make sure that those people can contact you as well. Again, I don't worry about the remove autoresponder, but this one is gold right here. This is your notify administrator autoresponder. And again, this is going to send you a hot lead. This is going to let you know somebody has watched your presentation. Again, they've at least told us they've watched it. And it's going to say the following person has watched your recruiting video and has requested for you to contact them. We recommend calling them ASAP. Email, name, state, telephone 1, telephone 2, best time to call, interest level, what they like best, when can they start, are they looking for full-time or part-time, and we date and IP stamp all those emails. Now, some people will leave out the telephone numbers. It can be frustrating. Now you got to do email communication. The only required field is actually the email field. Post Office Pro will not work if the email is not input. So we don't require any of the other fields because maybe somebody doesn't want to put in their interest level right now. They want to talk to you first or whatnot. So again, every time you get a hot lead doesn't mean you're going to have an auto enrollment, but it's a pretty good start. That's the kind of the beginning of you selling yourself to them to join your company. So we go back to the admin. Again, all these completes, you can mail them all at one time. Say you got a bunch of, what I like to do is come in here and I will remove anybody who signed up, and I'll have another database like enrollments, and I'll move them over to enrollments, and that way if I'm running a promotion next week or next month, I can mail that whole list. Again, these are all people who watch my presentation, and that list will grow literally every single day if you're processing leads. Admin home just takes you right back to the home. Settings, you should never ever have to worry about this here. You can scroll down, change your default admin and all that, or you can just do it in the autoresponders, up to you. We have everything preset for you back here. There's no reason that you should change anything. There's a wizard if you want to create extra forms and databases and all that, but you are on your own. We create the database one time, and it's pretty well set after that. You can also come in here and import list as well. So say you have a list of resumes that you purchased and there's 5,000 emails in there. You could actually import that right into Post Office Pro, and what you do is you just browse your computer. You tell it, do you want it in one of these three databases, which you don't. Maybe you want to name it, resumes, 05, 20, 2009 or something of that nature. So when you imported that, you put the delimiter in there, single quote, double quote, hit continue, and boom, it imports all those leads. What's nice about this under settings, it's going to send 100 emails per batch. We might want to take this down to say 50. It's going to wait 30 seconds. Let's wait, let's wait 60 seconds. So what would happen is, with those settings right there, Post Office Pro will send 50 emails out every 60 seconds. So it's going to take quite a while. What's that? 100 minutes to go through the 5,000. But at least hopefully you're not getting blocked by your ISP. And there's an easy way to determine that. Just look at your pull your calculator. If your host allows you to have 500 emails per hour going out, divided by 60 minutes, you don't want more than about 8 or so emails going out every single minute. So you might want to back this down, but then you also have to take into consideration any of the other emails, the autoresponders and so forth. So it's okay to import at 500, 1,000, or 2,000 leads. Hopefully they're a legitimate list, so you're not going to get turned off from your host, and I have nothing to do with that. That's between you and your host. But it's okay to import a list and have it run 24 hours a day and just let it kind of slowly send those emails out. So there's no red flags from your host and you don't get blacklisted or something of that nature. So you can also come in here and view your logs and all that, but very, very self-explanatory. Here's another thing I set up for you, and this is where you can come in and import your resumes. Say if you're extracting resumes from anybody, it doesn't matter, Monster, Hot Jobs, Career Builder, ASAP resumes, that's the one I use. You can use whatever you want. A lot of times if you're not extracting them, you just want to onesie twosie put them in, you can come in here and put them here, hit submit, and I just have it where it just refreshes the page. Now if I come back here and hit refresh, resume leads 1, search, boom, action. You know, it's all in there. I don't date and IP stamp it because it's me putting that in. My prospect's never going to see this page. This is just for me in case I don't want to have the hassle of emailing through Outlook or Gmail or whatever, but I want to have a list. That way over the course of the next couple of months, next couple of years, you'll have tens of thousands of leads in there, and you could re-email those people whenever you want to. And you come back to Post Office Pro, and you can set up your autoresponder to notify them. You know, I have an assistant's name in here, but you know, you have like their name will be dropped in. Thank you for submitting your resume to us. I have some information online I would like for you to review in preparation of a telephone in-person interview with either me or my boss. Go to Jared Jackson. Again, you can put this information in here. There's no reason having a notify administrator, because again, you're the administrator. You know, you just put that information in here. So there's your 3 databases. Very, very simple, very straightforward. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me at my blog or give me a call, whatever you need to do, and I'm here to help you. So again, thank you very much, and we'll see you at the top.